what they do to Jay Williams after his stance.
So when I hear what Kyrie Irving has to go through in order to be reinstated, I'm appalled. I'm appalled. And let me give you examples of how I feel like we don't have the same energy and hold other people who have dealt with racial tropes accountable. So when Sarah Silverman does blackface, or when Don Imus says nappy-headed hose, or when Howard Stern calls somebody the N-word in the skit, or when Brett Favre takes money from the state of Mississippi, we don't ask them to get sensitivity training. We don't ask them to donate $500,000. We don't ask them to meet with the Black National Caucus. They apologize, and then, you know what? The rest of the world moves on. But what I feel like is happening here, and that's how in the black community, like, we've been told that's how the process works, right? Think about that, Bert. That's how the process works. Oh, somebody does a blackface. Oh, it was a misunderstanding. We got it. Okay. You know, is that person really racist? Probably not. Was it ignorant? Probably so. Okay, we understand it. We move forward. We don't like it. We would love to hold them accountable. But society and having a lot of black people in positions of power, we don't have the governability to do that. But what we feel like happens with Kyrie is even after an apology, it's not enough. We feel like there needs to be more. And a lot of people I've spoken to over the last couple of days talk about this thing. Older mentors of mine talk about buck breaking. It's so we talk about tropes. This is something that we feel like in the black community that happened way back in the day, where if there was a slave that was defiant, right, he got broken in front of everybody in order to show that he was not in a position of power. And that at the end of the day, he had to do what he was told to do because that's what was mandated of him. And there's a bigger situation going on. What's happening with Kyrie Irving? If the Nets don't want him to be there, just say you don't want him to be there. But we should hold everybody accountable, even owners of teams accountable, with things that are happening in other countries, i.e. China and Uyghurs and the Muslim genocide that is occurring, that we hear Enes Kanter talk about. But we don't keep the same energy for everybody. We pick and choose what conversational points we want to make more polarizing. And I might lose my job. I might lose deal opportunities in the future for speaking out about even the platforms that continue to promote and profit a movie that is considered anti-Semitic to billions of people. They don't have to be accountable. Who is accountable? But we're going to governability to do that. But what we feel like happens with Kyrie is even after an apology, it's not enough. We feel like there needs to be more.
Hey, Shalom, Makim Shalom. Quick and foremost, I'm going to give our praises and glory is due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Blessings and salutations to the whole elect. No is in this gospel, brother, if not the standard of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Coming back with another lesson. Jay Williams is speaking out against the whole Kyrie Irving situation and the hypocrisy that has been blatantly obvious from these other nations, mainly the small hats or the JOOs or the Amalekites. I'm going to call them by their biblical nationality. Amalek, which is the grandson of Esau. Okay. You have this situation which has been brewing, which has caused up a lot of tension, a lot of division, and a lot of celebrities are kind of siding with one side and the other side regarding the stance on this guy, Kyrie, okay, which is a domino effect because it started with Kanye West and it went down to Kyrie. Then he had Floyd Mayweather he made some mention of it, but I don't think he's really came out as far as the opposing side of it. But regardless of that, this could really rouse up Jake because Kyrie Irving, they basically buck broke him, put him back in slavery, emasculated him. And that was a common thing that was done to men that appeared to be strong among the slaves, because what happened was they buck broke you so basically you can be effeminized in front of your women and your kids. and other slaves, so they would know to fear the master. Okay, in modern day bug breaking in this society is basically when they emasculated you in front of national TV, when they take away your goods, they take away your endorsements, all these things of modern day bug breaking. When you put on a dress, okay, like you got this big fucking this big loaf of bread head nigga, Charles Barkley, this big 6'8", 6'7" linebacker fucking nigga, man. He literally put on a damn dress, man, and he's a professional basketball player, man. I believe this is during the time he played for the Phoenix Suns, which I was never really a fan of Charles Barkley anyway. He just had a real foul spirit, but yet they called him Chuck. What do you call him? I forgot they called him Chuck E. Cheese or some shit. I don't know. Some garbage, man. But yet, nonetheless, man, this guy is basically came out and spoke against this thing, right along with Shaquille O'Neal or Shaq. Okay, right along with this guy. What's this clown's name? Shannon Sharp. Cheryl Underwood, the female version. But nonetheless, man, they are basically been buck broke. Okay, because when you sell out to the J-O-O or Amalek, you got to bend over, man, okay? And Kanye West, he basically was going into different rituals on how they had to do certain things, and celebrities are coming out speaking on what you have to do behind closed doors. You got $1 million club, you got a $20 million club, you got a $50 million club. Now, if you want to get on that margin of Jay-Z's level, then, you got to do a lot of things. Child sacrifice, blood drinking, engaging in sex with animals, witch parties and so forth like that. It's a lot of shit they make Jake go through in order to make it in this society, man. So that's a total form of emasculation, okay? Which this guy, I believe, what was it, Tariq Nasheed, or it was another guy that, what's this other guy? I think it was Umar Johnson. One of them dudes, I get them mixed up, but basically they think they did like a documentary on bug breaking. I believe it's on, not Vimeo, but it's on BitChute or one of these other particular alternate platforms, and I may check it out when I have some time. But regardless of it, man, Kyrie is basically being bug broken, because he even mentioned, he was like, well, why the hell do he got to go the extra mile in order to be accepted? But yet, guys can come out and say X, Y, and Z, and nothing happens to them. Okay, he already gave $500,000 to the ADL, which they rejected. He said, no, this ain't good enough. We got to put you through some sensitivity training. We want you to do a formal apology. We want you to get on stage and put on a wig, because they want to make an example out of Jake, man. Okay, and that's really Yahweh Shai's anger towards his people, okay? Because since when it's been a sin to declare who the hell we are according to the scriptures, but yeah, you clowns can walk around here all day and say that you're us. And you're not us, okay? And you're not us. But yet men are getting penalized and held accountable and being overly scrutinized because he came out and he just uploaded a screenshot of a documentary, okay, of Hebrews to Negroes, okay? And this is the reason why being a prophet of the Lord is the best thing, because we have no limits. We have nobody that tell us what we can't say, what we can say, and we're going to say what the fuck we want to say, because we hide behind the Spirit of the Lord. And we'll gladly tell you to your face that you're not the people. Because we ain't got shit to lose here, man. Okay, unlike these niggas that sold out, we ain't got a goddamn thing to lose. So we got an apartment, a house, a job, a car, a funky ass woman that ain't right, some rebellious ass kids. What the fuck you gonna take from us, man? What, you gonna kill us? Shit, you'd be doing us a favor, honestly speaking. And that's the type of mentality you have to have in this truth, man. Because you ain't got shit to lose, man. But hey, this guy, Jay Williams, he makes an excellent point. And you better believe that it's a lot of celebrities that's feeling like that. So the more this goes on, hey, more celebrities are going to come out and they're going to give their 2 cents on it, okay? And I believe that because this is coming out, I believe that Esau Edom is getting ready to do something, man. I think he's going to do something to deviate his attention from this, because he's been exposed that he's clearly not the people, okay? So without further delay, this is the book of Deuteronomy 32 and 31. It's the New International Version. It says, they made me jealous by what is no God and anger me with their worthless idols. All this is because Jake refused to come back to Yahweh Shai. You see, because the Most High said we should discontinue from our heritage, and our heritage he should give to strangers, man. Okay, the Lord even stated that our vineyards have been eaten up, our garrisons, our strongholds, he's given them into the hand of the heathen. okay, for a time and a half a time. So now when Jake is coming out speaking that they're the people of the book, it's a crime, okay, because that's the ultimate gimmick, and that's the ultimate down trope of the small heads, is to hiding who they truly are. Okay, basically we're putting Esau's face on a billboard and he's fighting to get it off. Okay, like when you go on a highway or the E-way and you see the billboards of the wanted criminals, basically, man, he's been exposed. So anybody that's putting his picture up saying, well, he's not the J-E-W or the Judean or the Judite or the Levite or the Benjamite or the Iscarite, he's an Edomite, and that's when he's coming after. He's going to come after you, man. Because basically he's like, how dare you expose me? So he's going to make you pay for exposing him. But hey, Esau, you're done, man. And it says, and I will make them envious by those who are not a people. And I will make them angry by a nation that has no understanding. And clearly the wicked has no understanding. You see? Because, hey, man, with this man, Amalek, man, hey, now the light is getting ready to be shed on the prophets, okay? Because this ain't coming out of nowhere, okay? Kyrie ain't wake up and say, you know what, I know I'm this, I'm an Israelite. He didn't wake up saying that. He had to come across videos or a Facebook post, or he had to see the camp the one way or form, you know, talking, all these things. Because the biggest talking point is, who are the Israelites? And you better believe that these celebrities, they watch us, man. You know, like DMX. Hey, he came up to one of the Israelite camps, one of the One West camps, and a month later he died from COVID, man. What are the chances of that? You see? Same thing with Kendrick Lamar. You know, he was speaking this whole Israelite thing. I think he had a cousin or somebody at IUIC. And what do you know? He's not talking about that no more. You see? So, yeah, they're watching us, and elites know that. So now their focus is on the prophets, because now this whole thing is set up in order to make talking points against the JOO illegal. So when we speak on these things, they're going to have the right, or their right, to come crashing down on us, because according to them, it's anti-S, which Semitic is a made-up term. And they did that strategically because technically they can say, well, we didn't say Shemitic, we said Semitic. Shit they made up. You know, like the scripture said, they accomplished a diligent search in the hearts of every one of them, and the heart is deep. They came up with that term specifically for their people. Why? Because, hey, like I said, it's talking points against these Amalekites, man. You know, let's go to the New Living Translation. It said, they aroused my jealousy by worshiping things that are not God, and they have provoked my anger with their useless idols. Now I'll arouse their jealousy through people who are not even a people. And that's you fucking Edomites, man. Okay, you Edomites are beyond dogs, man. You're below a dog. You're the basis of men. You know, you're the basis, but yet you walking around here all proud, man. You know, like Jake, man, they be getting these Edomite chicks, and hey, do what you do, man. I ain't against popping Edomite women. Shit, hey, it is. Hey, you can have them. Shit, they concubines at the end of the day. But regardless, they still look at us in a disgustful and a distasteful look. Okay, I mean, they'll freak off with us all day because, you know, they love Jake. But overall, man, you gonna deal with Edomites, you gotta be like the grimiest nigga. Okay, if you too much like a white boy, she ain't gonna deal with you. But regardless of it, after she pop you back in your mind, she like, man, look at this nigga right here. You know, but a lot of times Jake deal with Edomite women to spite Esau, which is okay. Shit, I ain't knocking you. Shit, hey, do what you do. You know, and the same thing for these other nations. But regardless of it, man, you know, they hate us. And it says here, and I will provoke their anger through foolish Gentiles. Okay. English Standard Version said, they have made me jealous with which what is no God, and they have provoked me to anger with their idols. So I will make them jealous with those who are no people, and I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation, man. Okay, and that's you freaking Edomites, man. Okay, the Most High has a particular bloodlust for you, but nonetheless, this is still a time of our punishment, and we're drinking the dregs of the cup of this slavery. You see, and this is the reason why Jay Williams is speaking what he's speaking. Because obviously the people are waking up to something being totally wrong. And this could be the start of Jake rousing up, man. Okay, because clearly the Most High is creating a division in the planet Earth. Either you with the truth or you're not. And you had a lot of celebrities that already took a back seat and say, you know what? Nah, I'm cool. I'm a hush hush. My money is more important than my heritage. And a lot of you guys, man, you've been found out too. All right. So this is the book of Psalms 137. And I'm going to start at verses 1. It says here, by the rivers of Babylon, we sat down, yea, we wept, and we remembered Zion. Okay, and this is what's happening, man. We're coming back to our heritage. We're remembering who we are. And it says that we hung our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof, for there they carried us away captive, required of us a song. And they that wait, and it says, and they that wasted us required of mirth, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion, okay? And that's the point, okay? Singing the old song, who we are as the people. But now you see Jake in the entertainment industry, they want Jake to buck dance and jump around like that, the Israelites, and show that talent and display that godhood. But when we coming forth with the full spectrum, they ain't dealing with that, man. You're like, look, man, just be talented niggas that's gonna make us money. Don't talk to Israelite shit. Don't talk about Yahweh. Don't say that. Just go and make our society great and make us a lot of money, and we'll give you the dregs of the crumbs. That's what they want. And that's why it says, wasted us, required of mirth, required of us mirth, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion. And what's the mirth? These entertainment industries, man, these particular venues, Hollywood, the NBA, these things, that's all mirth and folly. Okay, but this is what they're requiring of our people. And it says, but how should we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? Okay, and that's the point. We in a strange land. So how can we sing the song of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai? And the song we are singing is being totally cut off because, hey, the elites are not trying to hear it. This is why this guy Jay Williams went into all the hypocrisy, how certain ethnicities can do certain things, and it's okay. But when it comes to you, Negro, Latino, Native American, you bet not say nothing. Why? Because the curses, man. And it says, if I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget our cunning. And if I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief voice. But remember, O Lord, the children of Edom, and the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. Okay? And that's now. Okay? Because they're doing away with who we are, or they're trying to. But see, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is very strategic when getting his word out, because not only the prophets are bringing it out, but the things that these celebrities are saying are leading to the prophets, because now people are going to inquire. Okay? So when you are bug breaking men and you're destabilizing them and so forth on their platforms, other people are going to start to look into what they're saying. Why is Kyrie Irving saying that we're the Hebrews and Negroes? People are going to research it, and then before you know it, they're going to come across GMS videos or any other camp videos. And this is why I believe strongly that the YouTube or the internet is getting ready to be cut. And that may be that may be the next attack of them cutting this internet totally out, shutting down YouTube and coming after the men of the Lord. Okay, because once they cut this, they can make all manners of false accusations against us, and there's nothing we can do because we don't have a platform to defend ourselves. Okay, but the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai will defend his elect. Okay, so he can cut the platforms, he can take away our talking points, but the truth is going to still stand. All right, and that's what this devil is not counting on, because he's a carnal man. Okay, so this is the book of Lamentations 2, and I'm going to start at verses 4. It says, he had bent his bow like an enemy, and he stood with his right hand as an adversary, and slew all that were pleasant to the eye of the tabernacle of the daughter of Zion. And he poured out his fury like fire. And this is how the Lord dealt with us, because we sinned. We didn't keep the commandments. Okay, we kept going off. Okay, we didn't hearken unto the voice of the prophets. Okay, and the 2/3, man, they're just straight done. Okay, but now they're even realizing that they're Israelites, but they're not coming back to the commandments. Because of Kyrie Irving and this guy Ye and all these other men that came out and specified who they were, if they were in the right spirit, they would just leave that NBA shit behind. Okay, because this guy Kyrie is talking about retiring. But if you do retire, Kyrie, they're just going to deplete your bank account. All the endorsements, all the money you got, the JWO going to take that back from you. And he's going to make an example out of you, which is basically modern day bug breaking. He's going to make an example out of you. So at this point, you have no choice but to come back to the Most High if they do that. Because with the Most High, all things are possible. Because the Lord can see that you keep some of that money to help out the ministry. And that's what you're not banking on, because your faith is not solidified in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay? But if you put your faith in the Most High, who you call God, the Lord, man, them JWOs can't do a fucking thing for you. But then you may just have to be a martyr. But so be it. Okay? And it says here, and the Lord was an enemy, and he have swallowed up Israel. He swallowed up all her palaces, and he have destroyed his strongholds, and have increased in the daughter of Judah mourning and lamentation. And he had violently taken away his tabernacle as if it were of a garden. And he destroyed his places of the assembly. And Yahweh have caused the solemn feasts and the Sabbaths to be forgotten in Zion. This is why Jake celebrate Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas, 4th of July, birthday. This is why they do it, because it says he took away the feast to be forgotten. So they don't know nothing about Passover. Instead of the Pesach, they keep in Easter. Okay. Instead of the Feast of Dedication and the Feast of First Fruits, they keep in Thanksgiving. Okay. Instead of the Feast of Kanak, they keep in Christmas, man. You see? And it says, and he have despised in the indignation of his anger the king and the priest. And the Lord have cast off his altar, and he have abhorred his sanctuary, and he have given up into the hand of the enemy the walls of our palaces, and they have made a noise in the house of the Lord, as in the day of a solemn feast, man. And what's that noise, man? Okay, them taking away our heritage, man. Okay, claiming to be us. Okay, disrupting everything, putting us in captivity, buck breaking us. Read about that in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Okay, Joel, the 3rd chapter, goes into basically buck breaking when they said they made a boy a harlot and sold a girl for drink that they made roughly pair. I get that, matter of fact, I don't want to butcher it. But it says, but the Lord have purpose to destroy the wall of the daughter of Zion, which walls goes into our defenses. It says, and he have stretched out a line, and he have withdrawn his hand from destroying. Therefore, he have made the rampart and the wall to lament, and they languish together. And this is not talking about no welling wall that they walk around, that they piss on, man. This ain't that. Okay, this ain't what you Amalekites walk around and you go to the welling wall and pray. What the hell is that in the scriptures that you pray to a wall, man? That's idolatry right there. You see? But we understand where they get it from. But this, no, that's not talking about your people, man. And damn sure you ain't supposed to be praying with your head covered, especially if you're a man. Okay. Last precept. This is the book of Joel 3, and I'm gonna start at 3. It says, and they have cast lots for my people. The lots are the auctioning blocks. Man, how can you not see that this is talking about us, man? How can you people not see that this is talking about us and our people and the hell we going through? Just the condition of our people alone, that should tell you who they are, man, who the hell we are. I mean, you people are that goddamn stupid, man. You can't see. And it said they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for drink, sold a girl for wine that they may drink, man. Okay, and that's the point. Okay, so, hey, this guy, Jay Williams, he's on to something, but let's see how far you celebrities going to go, because, see, when more you speak up, they ain't going to be able to get all of you, man. Okay, they're not going to be able to attack the whole thing. You think they're going to drop the whole NBA? I mean, they would, technically, because they don't need it. But at the end of the day, man, there's too many of you niggas, they going to come after all you, Jay. Come on, man. I mean, you got to have some type of faith. And then you got the prophets out here. Okay, and that's the thing. The prophets are the backbone of Israel right now. Okay, we're the backbone. We're the maintenance workers of this of Israel. We're the backbone. So we're literally carrying you niggas on our shoulders right now, and we're dealing with the hurt and the pain that all the pain that Yahushua felt for Israel. Basically, the prophets are taking that on too, feeling the pain and the hurt of Jerusalem, man, for the hell we've caught. So we not only lamenting for ourselves, but we lamenting for you 2/3 wicked ass niggas too, because you ain't lamenting enough, you know. But anyway, I'm going to end it there, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. With that, Shalom and the Baba Ball.